Hey, Slaycation squad. Welcome back to the channel where every tale is a spine-chilling journey into the unknown. I'm your host from the Abyss. And tonight, we're diving deep into the shadows of horror. But before we embark on this hair-raising adventure, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you never miss a scream. Seriously, you won't want to miss what we have in store for you tonight. The bustling call center was alive with the constant hum of ringing phones and the murmur of coworkers' conversations. Derya Yilmaz, a young woman with a determined glint in her eyes, sat at her desk, diligently responding to customer inquiries with a blend of efficiency and empathy. She had always been the epitome of a model employee, going above and beyond to help customers navigate their financial troubles with grace and understanding. But today was different. Today, something peculiar was unfolding within the walls of the call center. Whispers of Derya's inexplicable abilities had started to circulate among her colleagues. They marveled at how she seemed to know things that she shouldn't, anticipating a customer's needs before they even voiced them. It started innocently enough. Derya would find herself offering advice on various issues. Whether it was providing financial guidance or offering a comforting word to an elderly widow struggling with loneliness, the customers responded with gratitude, believing that Derya possessed an otherworldly insight that was beyond comprehension. Soon, Derya's reputation as someone with a divine connection began to spread like wildfire throughout the bank. Colleagues and friends sought her out for guidance, relying on her seemingly supernatural abilities to find solutions to their own personal dilemmas. They saw her as a beacon of hope, a source of wisdom in a world shrouded in uncertainty. Derya's once ordinary life took a sharp turn, as she became increasingly aware of the weight of her perceived higher calling. The responsibility she felt towards others became a heavy burden on her shoulders. She was torn between embracing this newfound power and questioning its authenticity. One day, as Derya sat in the dimly lit break room, sipping on a lukewarm cup of coffee, she heard a whisper, so faint it could have easily been mistaken for the wind. "Derya," the voice murmured, "there is more to this than meets the eye." Startled, Derya glanced around the room, trying to determine the source of the mysterious voice. Her heart raced, unsure if she was losing her mind or if something truly extraordinary was happening to her. The voice persisted, whispering secrets that only Derya could hear. It revealed glimpses of a hidden world, a dark history intertwined with her own life. It spoke of a cult that had long thrived in secrecy, wielding immense power and influence over the city. The voice claimed that she held the key to unlocking the secrets that had plagued the city for generations, a destiny only she could fulfill. Derya's curiosity became insatiable. She yearned to know the truth, to understand why her life had been entwined with this clandestine cult. But the voice remained enigmatic, leaving her with more questions than answers. Frustration and determination mingled within Derya, pushing her to confront the voice head-on. She knew she couldn't continue living in the shadows of uncertainty. Her life dictated by a mysterious force. Gathering her courage, she called out to the voice, demanding answers. "Who are you?" Derya's voice echoed through the empty break room, filled with a mixture of fear and defiance. "Why have you chosen me? What do you want from me?" The voice hesitated, as if contemplating its response. Finally, it spoke again, its tone tinged with both sadness and urgency. "Derya, you hold the key to unraveling the city's hidden secrets. But be warned, the journey will be perilous. The cult will stop at nothing to silence the truth and maintain its grip on power." Derya's determination grew stronger, fueled by a mix of righteous anger and an unyielding desire for justice. She knew now that she couldn't turn away from the path that lay before her. She had been chosen for a reason, and it was her duty to uncover the truth and protect those who were unaware of the looming darkness. With newfound resolve, Derya left the break room, ready to embark on a journey that would test her resilience, courage, and conviction. Little did she know that this confrontation with the voice was only the beginning, a mere taste of the challenges that awaited her on the treacherous road to discovery. As she returned to her desk, a glimmer of determination sparkled in her eyes. Derya was prepared to face whatever lay ahead, armed with an unbreakable spirit and a relentless pursuit of truth. The call center buzzed around her, oblivious to the monumental journey that awaited her. And so, with every ring of a telephone, Derya embraced her destiny, ready to confront the dark forces that sought to control her and unravel the secrets that held the city captive. The once soothing voice that whispered secrets now had a sinister edge. Like a serpent's hiss, Derya felt its tendrils slither through her thoughts, invading every corner of her mind. At first, she had welcomed its guidance, believing it to be a source of divine insight. But now, its presence had become invasive, consuming her every waking moment. The voice knew things it shouldn't. It knew intimate details about Derya's life that were kept hidden from the prying eyes of her colleagues and friends. Whispers of her secret desires and fears echoed in her ears, leaving her feeling exposed and vulnerable. It reveled in its power over her, taunting her with cryptic messages and veiled threats. Derya's colleagues had taken notice of her uncanny knowledge, their curiosity shifting into admiration tinged with apprehension. They whispered behind her back, concocting tales of mystical forces at play. Some believed her to be touched by the divine, while others whispered of darker origins. The air around her crackled with a mixture of fascination and fear. As the days wore on, Derya found her daily life increasingly disrupted by the voice's invasive presence. It would interrupt her conversations, whispering its secrets into her ear while she was on a call with a frustrated customer. The intrusion was subtle, but its effects were far-reaching. Derya struggled to maintain the facade of a composed and professional call center employee while battling the unseen entity within her mind. Seeking solace and understanding, Derya turned to Ayhan, a skeptical journalist she had known since childhood. Ayhan had always been the voice of reason, grounded in logic and facts. Derya hoped that he could provide some clarity in the midst of this chaotic situation. With hesitant determination, she confided in him, sharing her perplexing experiences and the torment she endured. Ayhan listened intently, his gaze fixed upon Derya as she poured out her troubled soul. Though skeptical at first, his doubt began to waver as he witnessed the toll the voice was taking on Derya's mental and emotional well-being. He could see the fear in her eyes, the shadows of anguish that danced across her face. He knew then, without a shadow of a doubt, that something truly sinister was at play. Together, they delved into research, scouring ancient texts and obscure records in an attempt to unravel the mystery of the voice. They discovered a dark history lurking beneath the city's veneer. A history that centered around a secretive cult. The cult, it seemed, had dabbled in the occult and worshipped an ancient entity, one that resonated eerily with the voice that plagued Derya. As they pieced together the puzzle, connecting the dots between the cult and the voice's influence over Derya, a sense of immeasurable danger hung thick in the air. They realized that they were treading on treacherous ground, venturing into the shadows where the cult held sway. But they pressed on, fueled by a fervent desire to unearth the truth and break free from the voice's insidious grip. Their bond strengthened amidst the chaos, intertwining their fates as they faced the growing threats from the voice. They shared sleepless nights, their research expanding like spiderwebs across the walls of Ayhan's small apartment. The weight of the unknown bore down on them, the line between what was real and what was supernatural blurring with each passing day. In their quest for answers, they unearthed ancient rituals and forgotten remnants of the cult's practices. They discovered that the voice's hold over Derya was tethered to a powerful relic, one she unwittingly possessed. This relic, an artifact steeped in dark magic, was the source of the voice's power, a conduit through which it exerted control over Derya's mind. With newfound determination, Derya and Ayhan embarked on a perilous mission to neutralize the relic's power. They sought out ancient incantations and protective charms, arming themselves with knowledge passed down through generations. But as they delved deeper into the darkness, they couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched, monitored by unseen eyes from the depths of the cult's influence. Their days became a hectic blur of deciphering cryptic symbols and performing ancient rituals, all while staying one step ahead of the cult's ever-reaching grasp. But with every step forward, the voice grew more desperate, its grip on Derya tightening like a vice. It unleashed visions of terror and nightmares that invaded her sleep, leaving her on the brink of madness. As the fateful day approached, Derya and Ayhan knew they were running out of time. The final battle loomed on the horizon, where they would confront the cult and face the darkness head-on. It was a battle not just of physical strength, but of mental fortitude. They steeled themselves for the ultimate showdown, aware that everything they held dear hung in the balance. In the face of the growing menace, their resolve only hardened. They would not back down, nor would they allow the voice to claim victory. Derya and Ayhan stood as beacons of hope, ready to reclaim control of their lives and expose the sinister machinations that hid in the shadows. Together, they would face the approaching storm, armed with determination and a burning desire for the truth.